Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela if you're new here, and welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be shopping my stash. So I know this is like a trend, you know, and it's been going around, but I just kind of decided that since I am self-quarantining that I can't go to Ulta or Sephora, they're both closed, and I'm trying to refrain from spending money because I'm currently unemployed. Thank you, coronavirus, for that. Anyways, I am trying to make the best of it and also use the things that I already own. So I think that this year I'm gonna try to be less wasteful and just be using the things that I already own and that I already paid for. And yeah, so sorry that my hair is wet. I just showered and I am going to film a video after this of how I put it in my hair extensions, so stay tuned for that one. So I'm going to be shopping my stash. I'm going to be going through my drawers and my whole stash of makeup and picking out a bunch of products and maybe picking out some as I go just to use stuff that I haven't used in a while. And I also have just gone through my makeup and decluttered a bunch of stuff, so those videos are already up on my channel if you want to go watch those. I just basically go through and review everything I own and then get rid of a bunch of stuff, and I will be doing a giveaway. I'm still collecting stuff for that because I don't want it to just be makeup. I want it to include other things too. Anyways, stay tuned for that as well. Go follow me on Instagram to stay up to date with that. Put it on the screen here, and then also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn that notification bell on if you want to see any more videos from me. But other than that, let's get started into this video. Alright, first things first. This is the Sprouts Watermelon Sparkling Water. It's really good. So I'm going to This is not the most hick cup that you've ever seen. Go blue. So I am going to take you guys through my makeup and we are gonna get started and pick out a bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna do a full face. Okay, so this is my makeup drawer. This is actually a knockoff Alex drawer that I got from Michael's, and it was $45. So I will link this in my bio just in case you guys want it. It's really good dupe. It's basically the exact same thing, maybe a little bit cheaper, but obviously you're paying like $50 less. So I'm just gonna go through drawer by drawer and pick out stuff that I'm gonna use. Okay, so in this first drawer, I have all of my primers and mascaras and setting sprays. So I'm just gonna go through and kind of dig through here a little bit. Okay, so for primer, I think I'm going to use the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. I got this in my BoxyCharm a couple months ago and I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and try this. Okay, so I think I want to try color corrector today, and I think I'm going to use this Dragon Beauty one. I haven't been using it that much lately, so yeah, I just want to go ahead and try this out. So we'll see how that looks under my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and pick something for my brows. I think I'm going to try soap brows today. This is just the Pears soap. So I think I'm going to try this out. And then I think I might... Ooh, I don't know. I think I might try the Ka-Brow by Benefit Ka-Brow. I don't have a Anastasia Dip Brow, but... Or maybe I'll do powder. Maybe I'll try both. Maybe I'll try the combination and see what works better with the soap brows, but I'm just going to try something new today and I'll be trying these. For mascara, I think, let's see, I have a lot in here. So maybe for mascara, I'll try the Grande Mascara, Lash Boosting Mascara. I don't know. I don't really like to switch up my mascaras, but honestly, whatever. And then I think for setting spray, oops. For setting spray, I think I'm going to use the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. So that looks really pretty, and yeah, I'm going to try this. Okay, so this next drawer has powders in the back. It has foundations, lightweight foundations, and concealers. So let's go through and pick out a foundation. Let's see. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation again today. I haven't used this in a while, so I'm kind of curious to see how it works. So yeah, I'm gonna try this. For concealer, I think I want to use, I don't know if I want to use that. I think I'm going to use the Conceal and Define, well, Conceal and Hydrate concealer for Makeup Revolution. I really like the Conceal and Define, but I haven't really tried the Conceal and Hydrate one, so I am going to try that. And I think I am going to use, I think I'm going to use my Ben Nye powder for setting the rest of my face. Next drawer is my bronzers and face palette drawer. I think I'm going to use a face palette today. I think that would be a lot easier. So I think I'm going to use the, what do I want to use? Okay, so I think I want to use the Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette for bronzer and contour. And then I think I am going to try the Ofra Glow Up palette. Yeah, I think I'm going to try the Ofra Glow Up palette for highlighters today. For cream bronzer, I think I'm going to try the LA Girl Pro Conceal, or, yeah, I'm going to try the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Okay, so for blushes and highlights, I think I am going to, let's see. Let's start with blushes. Okay, so I think what I want to use today is, ooh, this Hourglass one looks really beautiful. Oh, shit. I just bought this, or I just got this in my BoxyCharm, so I think I'm going to try this today. This is the Hourglass Ambient Diffused Heat blush, lighting blush, yeah. Ooh, I also want to try this Cheek Heat, Maybelline Cheek Heat cream blush today, so let's see if that works as a cream blush. I don't know, I just bought this, so I haven't even used it yet on my face, so let's try this today. For lashes, I think I'm going to try, what do I want to try today? Those are pretty. Okay, so actually I think I'm going to use these Christina WSP lashes. These are the ones that Carly Bible uses, and they're like $3 on Amazon for a big pack of them, so I am probably going to use these today. Alright, so these are my palettes here. I have a lot of different ones and some that I barely use, so I think today, I don't know, do I want to go Morphe? Do I want to go something different that I haven't used in a while? Maybe I will use, I think I'm going to use the Naked Honey palette. Yeah, I haven't used this in a while, so I think I'm going to use this. For lips, I think I want to go nude, so I'm going to use the ColourPop BFF lip liner. Okay, so for lips, I think I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick. So this is the one I just got in my BoxyCharm. And yeah, so this is what I am going to use for my lip color today. So I think that is the last thing that I need to grab. Alright, so I am just going to clip my hair back. And we can get started on doing our makeup today. Sorry if you guys can hear birds chirping in the background. It's such a beautiful day outside that I really didn't want to be missing it by being inside. Like, I wanted to open my windows and stuff. So that is what you're hearing. If it gets really loud or if there's people outside that come up or something, I don't know, I'll close it. But it's such a beautiful day outside. I want to enjoy it while I can, especially because it's going to rain tomorrow. So yeah, if it gets too loud, I'll close it, but just an FYI, that is what's up. Alright, so I just went and grabbed all of my makeup brushes. I just cleaned them all. This honestly is the best feeling in the world when you have clean makeup brushes, so I'm just saying, it feels so good. I'm so happy, but I'm about to get them dirty again, so here we go. The amount of brushes I have is ridiculous. This is not even half the brushes that I own, so there's that. Okay, so let's get started into this Shop My Stash. Okay, so I'm going to start with primer. Obviously, I've already moisturized my skin and everything, so I'm going to go in with the primer I picked out. So I picked out the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. So this is like a coconut primer, I'm pretty sure. It honestly reminds me of the Benefit, was it Benefit Hangover? Too Faced Hangover primer? Is it Too Faced or Benefit? I don't honestly remember. Y'all remember that though. But it's like a white primer that has like a, smells like coconuts, and it smells really good. Hopefully this doesn't break me out, because a lot of the things with coconut have coconut oil in them. So hopefully this doesn't have coconut oil in it, because that will clog my pores and break me out. So prayers up, because I can't afford to break out right now. Just got my skin looking right. Okay, so that seems really hydrating and kind of tacky a little bit. I haven't used this yet, so hopefully that works for me. But honestly, I think primers are kind of overrated. The only primers that I think work really well for me are pore filling primers, and this is not that. It just is like hydrating my skin, and I feel like moisturizer could do the same thing really, but we'll see if this works. You never know. Okay, so next I have this Dragon Beauty. This is the Skin Perfecting Potion, and it's like a color corrector. And I've been really struggling with dark under eye circles lately, especially when I'm pale. It just comes out more, but I've always had them. They're just genetic, and I have deep set eyes, so this part right here is just deep set, and my cheeks are pretty big, and that doesn't help anything. So hopefully one day I can get eye fillers. I don't know, I don't really need it, but in the meantime I'm going to try to color correct. I have tried this before, but it's been a while, and from what I remember, you don't need a lot at all. And I'm actually going to bring this up into my inner tear duct too, because I have a lot of darkness right there, so kind of up into that inner corner. And I'm actually just going to use a brush to blend this out. So let's see, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and we're just going to, so hopefully this actually works. I don't know if this might be too dark for me. This looks a little crazy right now, so that just means we need to use a high coverage concealer. But I have to go in with like a peachier concealer and kind of cover this up before I go in with my actual concealer, or else you'll definitely see this. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. I know that one is a good one for peachy undertones, so that one's like my favorite ride or die concealer. So yeah, just going to use that. So yeah, it does look a little bit orange, and I think that that color corrector mixed with the concealer a little bit, and it didn't lay on top of it, and it was already dried down. So I don't know if I like that. It might make me look a little bit orange under my eyes. I don't know. Don't know if I like that, but we're just gonna have to roll with it, because that's just how it's going to be today. So next I'm going to go in with the foundation that I chose, and the foundation that I chose is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is in the shade Buff Bisque. It might be a little bit too tan for me right now, but I don't really care, because I can always fix it with paler concealer. Alright, this is the one I remember that smells like paint. Oh god, this might be expired, honestly. Oh well. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a little bit too dark for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over my face, and then we're gonna use a makeup brush to blend it in. So I'm gonna go in with the Sephora, what is this? The Sephora Core Diffuser 94 brush. Okay, so it still looks okay on my skin. I think I'm going to use just a little bit more, and I'm going to use it on the back of my hand and then apply it with my beauty blender. I feel like that'll look a lot better. I just remember really liking this foundation, and I remember it being like super overhyped, and I remember liking it a lot, but I feel like I just, you know, it's one of those foundations that you're like, oh, that's good, and then you move on from it. But I like being able to go back into my collection and like pick out things that I used to use and haven't used in a while. So just a good reminder of like, okay, how quickly we move on to the next thing, the next big thing in makeup, especially in beauty. And sometimes it's good to just kind of sit back and appreciate the things you have, and if something works for you, then, you know, why change it up just because there's new things out there. And I just want to like, maybe, I don't know who's gonna watch this, but maybe just to kind of remind like influencers and those who get new free makeup all the time, and or people who just like me who just buy new makeup because they want to try new stuff. Maybe just kind of like take a step back and be like, you know, I have all of this other makeup, why don't I just use that? So just food for thought, you know. Just been thinking a lot about that kind of thing, especially being cooped up in the house and self-quarantining and stuff like that. I'm not sick or anything, I just am unemployed right now. I know I mentioned that earlier, but I'll talk about that later. All right, so foundation looks okay. I'm a little bit sunburnt right now, so it's just not gonna match down to my chest. That's fine. Also, yes, I am wearing a robe right now. Who cares? I'm sitting in my house and I'm gonna get dressed and maybe go take pictures outside later. So just gonna getting ready in my my robe. So okay, so for concealer today I'm gonna use the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer with hyaluronic acid. That sounds really nice. And this is in the shade C4. I love this one, the shade, because it is like a peachy undertone like that, and hopefully it will cover up this orangeness that I'm getting from this color corrector. But yeah, this is a really good dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. It's really full coverage. But this one I haven't really tried. This is the Conceal and Hydrate version of the Conceal and Define. Honestly, it doesn't, so far, it doesn't look any different from the regular Conceal and Define. Okay, so while I'm blending, let's talk about what I mentioned earlier. So I'm currently unemployed because I work for a restaurant and all the restaurants are pretty much closed right now, and it was just kind of, we were just kind of waiting on it to happen. But I am currently unemployed. I filed for unemployment with the state yesterday, and it's something that is terrifying, and I never thought I would have to do that. I'm like 24 years old and I never thought I would have to file for unemployment with the state, but I did have to. And I just wanted this to be a reminder to some of y'all out there that if you can work from home and you have the ability to work from home, please do not take that for granted, because some of us are out here with no job and uncertainty, and don't know when we're gonna pay our next bills. So I just want to take this moment and kind of just like remind y'all to be grateful for what you have. And even I am still grateful. I have a roof over my head. I don't have to pay rent. I live at home right now, and as much as I hate that on a daily basis, I'm grateful for that right now, because the last thing I could do right now is pay rent. So, but I really encourage you guys to like practice gratitude every single day, because honestly it makes a huge difference. And also, if you are self-quarantining like I am, go outside. It makes the biggest difference. So at least like 10 to 15 minutes of vitamin D a day literally makes the biggest difference to me and in my mindset. So if you're feeling like super anxious, get outside, go for a walk, get moving, exercise. You can do home workouts, and if you're not into home workouts, do some like yard work. I did yard work with my dad today. So that really helped like up my mood, because I was outside and enjoying the beautiful day out there and moving my body and just getting my blood flowing, and it was just good. It releases endorphins, and it's something to do while you're stuck in this place. I'm gonna go in with the Pro Conceal, LA Girl Pro Conceal really quickly, and cream bronze. I'm just gonna use this one from Crown Brushes. I don't really know what this is even called. It's just got it in my BoxyCharm probably, so. Okay, I'm looking really tan right now. Kind of crazy, but it's okay. And then I'm gonna go over with my beauty blender really quick and just blend all of this out a little bit more. With that same brush, I'm gonna take some of this Cheek Heat, Maybelline Cheek Heat cream blush in the shade Coral, Coral Ember. It's like really pretty, kind of bright. So I'm just going to take that on the back of my brush and kind of swirl it around and then apply it. Hopefully this doesn't lift the foundation or anything underneath, but I'm just gonna pat this around. And it's kind of giving me a little bit of color, but it's kind of also really sheer. So I feel like this would look really good if you're not wearing that much makeup. It is kind of lifting off the foundation underneath, so I'm just gonna take it on my beauty blender and then blend everything out. I'm gonna go in with the Bed Nye Luxury Powder, and I'm just going to set my whole face. And I'm just gonna be taking the beauty blender and just stamping it where I need to put powder. I love this powder. This is the Bed Nye powder in the shade Fair. I actually saw Carly Bible using this a few years ago, and I think she uses the shade Cameo. Oh no, this is the shade Cameo. Okay, bet. This is the one that she uses. I think she also uses a darker shade too, but my skin is not as tan as hers, so just taking that all over the place, and this is just going to dull down the bronzer, the cream bronzer as well on my forehead. And just pressing that in everywhere so that pushing it into my skin looks super flawless and matte. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that and bake under my eyes, just a little. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to use the Park Avenue Princess bronzer like I picked out, and I think I'm going to go in with the shades Princess Cut and Angle, kind of mix these two together. And I'm just going to take that on my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 fluffy brush and just kind of dab in both of those. So I'm looking a little bit orange. So we're gonna have to tone this down with a blush. And the only contouring I'm really gonna do is the cream contour, whatever's there. And then I'm just going to kind of dab over with my bronzer brush onto my nose, and that is what I kind of do every day. It just brings some life back into your nose. It makes your nose like not get lost in the middle of your face, and it just kind of hits you. It's just kind of like where the sun normally hits you, so just makes you look a little bit more youthful, which I like. So for blush, I picked out the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Diffuse Heat, and I'm gonna try this out. Hopefully it gives me more of like a luminous look. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I love that. It's like a pinky blush, but it has like a little bit of like a sheen to it, so it's like luminous and makes me look like more glowy. I really like that. Ooh, I'm happy with this blush. I don't know what it is about blush, but I love it so much. For highlight, I have the Ofra Glow Up palette, and I used to love this palette. I used to love like a blinding highlight, but I think I'm gonna go in with this like pinkier shade. That is gonna be the shade Blissful. I don't know, they might be too dark for my skin tone right now, so maybe I'll mix all three of these, but I really want to try this pink tone because I feel like that has been most flattering on my skin lately. So with this formula, you only need a very little bit, and I just want it to look like I'm glowing from within. Okay. So I I think that looks really good, but I feel like there is a little bit of a cast on my face, so I'm going to take a little bit of this shade up here. It's going to be Star Island, and it's a little bit brighter. Go over everything and just kind of brighten that up lightly. Okay, I think that's good for now. Okay, hey guys, so really quickly, I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can because I have just been sitting here waiting on my camera battery to charge. So I was looking a little bit orange, so what I did is I went in with some translucent powder. I'm baking, and then I also swept it across my whole face, and that actually made my skin a little bit less orange. So really quickly, I'm just gonna go in and do my brows. I'm going to start off by using the Precisely My Brow in the shade 3.75, and this is what I do honestly every single day. So I'm just going to go through and kind of fill them in really quick. I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I kind of just filled in my brows and gave them a little bit of shape, but now I'm going to go in with the soap brow. So I'm just taking a setting spray. I guess I'll just take this one. It's fine. And I'm going to spray the soap really quick. And then I'm going to take a spoolie. I got this one off Amazon, it doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to create like a little paste in the soap with the spoolie. So it's gonna look something like that. It's like a little bit of a paste. And then I'm going to run that through my brows. And this is going to just push them up. Here, I'll zoom you in a little bit while I do this. So it's gonna create that like fluffy brow shape and gonna act like as a brow gel. So I'm gonna push that up a little bit. From far away, they don't even look like I have, it just looks like I have thicker brows from far away. So it doesn't look crazy. It just looks like I have a little bit extra hair, which is the goal. I want to look like I have brows in general. So after doing that, I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit, but I'm gonna take the back of the spoolie and just kind of press them down into the shape that I want to keep them at, and that way they don't move. But I'm gonna go in with this Benefit brow powder. I'm just gonna take an angled brow brush. This is also from Benefit, and I'm just gonna dip into both the shades and just kind of fill in the sparse areas. And towards the front, I'm gonna come in with the lighter shade and just create like little hair-like strokes, so that it looks like I have more brows than I do. Now that I have those brows on, I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer and clean those up. So I'll do that off camera. I'll be right back. And then I'm just going to go over those brows with a little bit of powder, and that is just going to kind of make them a little bit less so in your face. Okay, and then I'm going to start off doing my eyes. I'm going to be using the Naked Honey palette today. I haven't picked this up in a while, but I love all of these tones. They are my tones. So I'm just going to do like a easy little look today, a neutral vibe. I love playing with color and sometimes, but neutral is where it's at. I'm going to go in with the shade Swarm and Keeper, kind of mix those together, and then I'm going to go in with these two shades as well and just kind of do a quick neutral look. So alright, and while I do this, I just wanted to mention, okay, so I'm gonna stop talking about coronavirus in a second, but I just wanted to say, y'all, stay inside, please. Like, there's people out here struggling because things are closing, and there's still people staying outside. Like, we're just trying to get through this, and you going out and doing stuff and not self-quarantining and not staying inside has really affected a lot of other people, and it's just dragging this whole thing out. So please stay inside and self-quarantine and be kind and just respect the people around you, because you never know who you could affect. And there are just so many people out there who you could come in contact with, who may come in contact with someone who's immunocompromised or someone who is susceptible to this disease. So just be kind, be courteous to other people, and stay the fuck away, okay? Honestly, this eye does not ever want to blend the outer corner for me. It's fine. It'll always look patchy for the rest of my life. I don't know why it does that. It just does. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with just like a flat kind of definer brush, and I'm going to take the shade Sweet. It's kind of like a matte bone shade, and just put that over my lid. And then I'm going to take the shade Flyby, which is the first shade. It's like pretty pale shade, and it has a little bit of a shimmer in it, but I'm going to also put that over and brighten everything up just to bring some dimension to this look. Easy peasy. So I'm going to go in under the eye and do the same exact thing with the same exact colors. I'm going to take the Sigma E40 again, and I'm going to smoke that out a lot with the first couple of shades. Now that that is smoked out, I'm going to go in with some liner. I think I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Brown. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera because it takes me a little bit of time to do that. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put my lashes on off camera. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm putting on mascara. I ended up doing a smoked out wing. Just took the eyeliner that I did and smoked it out with the brown that was in the palette. So I'm using this Grande Lash Mascara, and I really like it. It's like a drier formula, which I enjoy. It's a little clumpy though, not gonna lie. It's a little hard to work with, but I'm trying to move fast because I have glue on my lashes right now. Okay, so I went ahead and put on my lashes, and yeah, I finished that up. It took a really long time because my lashes kept fucking up. So this is the completed eye look. Really quick, I'm gonna do my lips. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the ColourPop BFF lip liner. Actually, I really like that shade. It's a little bit more cool tone than I would normally go for, but I actually really like it. So then I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle lipstick in the shade Single. And that is just going to warm it up a little bit. Ooh, I really like that. And I'm just going to take my finger and blend that out. Lastly, I'm going to use the setting spray, and this is the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. So I'm going to cover my roots so they don't get greasy. And then I'm going to fan my face. Okay, until it's almost dry, and then I'll go back in with my beauty blender and just blend all of this together and melt everything into my skin. So that is the completed look, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also turn the notification bell on if you want to be updated every time I upload a video. I just really think that this was a good idea and that everyone should do it, because I know the beauty industry is all about more, and buying new things and trying new things out. And I just think that a lot of the time we need to, I don't know, just use what we have and not be so consumer based and buying new things all the time, but use the things that we have, use the things that we spend our money on, use the things that work. And yeah, so I will definitely be doing more of these videos, and yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.